Son of God versus Abdullah. The concept of Son of God, according to the Bible, it does not end with Jesus and it does not begin with Jesus. Many people in the Jewish tradition, they were called sons of God. Even angels, they were called sons of God. Here are some proofs. According to the Bible, in the book of Genesis 6 verse 2, it reads, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men that were fair, and they took them wives, for all which they chose. According to this chapter, sons of God are simply righteous people or righteous men who saw daughters of men, meaning daughters of non-believers, who were fair, meaning who were good in their character and conduct, and they took them as wives, they married them. In the Bible, in the book of Daniel chapter 3 verse 24, it reads, Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished, and rose up in haste, and spake, and said unto his counselors, Did he not cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. And the form of the 4th is like the Son of God. The form of the 4th is like the Son of God. The king Nebuchadnezzar and his men, they threw in Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into the fire to burn them alive. So God assigned an angel to help them from that. And that angel was the 4th with Nebuchadnezzar, identified as the Son of God, meaning an angel, not Jesus, an angel. In the book of Job, chapter 1 verse 6, it reads, Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came along among them. This verse or chapter means that there was a day whereby the angels came to present themselves before God, and Satan was among them. In the New Testament, in 1 John chapter 3 verse 8, it reads, He that committeth sin is of the devil, for the devil sinneth from the beginning. For this purpose the Son of God was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil. Whosoever is born of God doth not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him, and he cannot sin because he is born of God. The simplest explanation of this chapter is that in verse 3 it says, In this the children of God are manifest, meaning that in the obedience of God, the children of God are manifest or are visible or they are apparent or revealed. And in the disobedience of God, the children of the devil are revealed or are manifest or they are apparent. You can see them clearly. To be born of God simply means to be submissive or to be submitted to His will. Generally speaking, to be born again simply means to be a Muslim, because of Muslim or Islam means submission to Allah, submission to our Creator, and Muslim means one who has submitted his will to Allah or our Creator. In the book of Matthew 5 verse 9 it reads, Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. This verse clearly means that anyone who is a peacemaker is called a child or children of God. If he's a male, he's called a son of God. If he's a daughter, he's called a daughter of God. It means that when you have made peace in obeying God, then you will be called the children of God. Generally speaking, sons of God or children of God is the same as Abdullah. It bears the same meaning as Abdullah. But because of the manipulation of Satan and misunderstanding of people, and also by the influences of paganistic practices or belief systems which have crept in all religions, Islam refrains from using the concept of children or sons of God. Because again in the Quran, Allah says in chapter 112, He says, He begets not, nor was He begotten. He is not a parent of anyone, and no one gave birth to Him. So anyone who believes in our Creator and does the will of our Creator is called Abdullah or Habibullah. Abdullah means servant of God or slave of God, and Habibullah means beloved of God.
There is pretty much always an explanation. They have turned to evil in a very explicit way.